My name is Monique Dalli. I am the Director of Professional Learning, and part of my role is mentoring new teachers. I run inductions at the school and look after pre-service teachers. And yeah, my first teach meet is in Sydney. Are you moving the mic because I don't want to stand on the lectern?
That's right.
Was in 2011, and I have lived in Melbourne. This is my third year of living in Melbourne. I'm working in Melbourne. Yeah, so I'm only just new to south of this side of the water. It's my first teach meet in Melbourne, so thanks for having me, everyone, and I'm really glad I'm here. This is a map of where we are and where I work. I work as far west as we are east. I work in a suburb called Braybrook. Give me a nod if you know or have heard of. Yay! Not again if you've heard of it in the media for not so good reasons. Yeah, I just want to maybe draw a bit of assumption and a picture in your mind of what you might think of the school and some presumptions in the school. It's Sunshine, West Footscray, Sunshine North area. There's 82 different nationalities of students, which is something we're exceptionally proud of. We're proud of the differences of our students. We're proud that we're a faith community, but we also welcome anyone of all faiths. And it's nice to work somewhere that is so diverse, and it brings about a challenge in our teaching. By definition, 42% of the students who are at the college could be considered EAL, and that is because they come from migrant background, speak more than one language, and may not converse in English at home. Okay. This is where I work. It's an exceptionally amazing 3-campus school with beautiful facilities. I'm going to gloat about them, mostly because I came after David. So I'm going to ramp that right up. We are in the the bottom of the bottom SES bracket. Okay, if you look up my school, we are the lowest.
997.
Yeah.
Except.
You're looking it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And we've just had a really fantastic building that's been in partnership with some architects that have done some great things like donate time and all sorts of cool things. And that's part of an arts precinct that you could call it a college. And part of the reason why we work so hard is because we are in the West and we work so hard for the students. And we want to make the campus and the school a really fantastic place to be every day. So we have a really good attendance, and yeah. And last week we had International Women's Day, and there's just some pictures up there of the kids doing some Each for Equal promotion at the school. I probably want to talk through things like it's a 3-campus school. There's girls' campus, boys' campus, so single sex at junior, and co-ed is mixed. So there's all sorts of complications of like multi-campus school, single-sex classrooms, different curriculum, all sorts of things that come along with that. So if you want to talk about any of those things, I would love to, because it's something that I'm both passionate about and working in it. I just love hearing your opinion and talking more and more about that. Looking in the room, I'm not sure who is early career or who is not, but I thought, surviving and thriving in your early career, here are some things that I think are probably like some really cool tips. And I've left a blank slide, so it'd be good if you could maybe think about what are some of yours that you have up your sleeve that you would share to someone in their early career. First one are friends. Okay, so friends are something that you really need to collect at school, and they are people that you can count on, people that can save you the microwave at lunch, know how to use the photocopier, but they're also friends who can tell you, what are Year 9 doing next week, what is the standard of report comments writing, all that sort of stuff. So you need to have friends in the right places, and you need to have friends that can support you. And I have some artifacts in my office, and they are of some really great friends that I've collected over my time in teaching, and some of them aren't in my own age group, don't teach the same subjects I teach. We disagree on many things, and that's why I consider them my friends, because they challenge me and they make me grow into a better teacher. So friends are really, really important in your early career. Napping. Next thing on your list that should be really, really important, and that is because every time we work hard for our students, we are sleep deprived, and every time or every hour, that sleep debt builds up. How do we get that sleep debt back? We had a long weekend last weekend, and then athletics carnival yesterday, so I've just tried to jam 5 days of work into 3, which is ridiculous, but I'm going to have a nap tomorrow. Okay, you've really, really got to do yourself some favours and give some time back. If you're not the nap type, then work out how you get that rest time back for you, because you're constantly giving for your kids in your classroom. You're doing extra, you're giving more. How do you give back to you? Close your eyes, take a chill, deep breath, have some Z's. This is my next hot tip. Teachers associations, like every single person in this room who is giving their time in PD, that is what these people are about. As the Director of Professional Learning, I support these by having memberships from my staff at the college. Pay your membership, support your association. They're non-for-profit, which means that professional learning that they usually give really great lunches, and they usually give really good PD because they are giving everything back to their members. Also, they have some fantastic Facebook pages. Stalk them, because then you meet more friends. You meet people who are experts in that teaching area who can help you with resources, ideas, strategies, books to read, places to be for events like tonight. So these are some key associations that you can probably do some good things by spending money in. I know that there are some great commercial organisations for professional learning, but your teachers associations are right on the money with providing good quality PL run by teachers and sourced by people who are in the know. Okay, if you can, join them, become a member, sit on a board. Okay, yeah, I'm spruiking of experience because I'm vice president for one of these. This is funny because we've all made a cake and had it fall apart, but don't have your teaching expectations of your perfect lessons so high that when the reality hits and it's period 6 on a Friday and Year 9 are experiencing a heat wave, that they just can't participate in the think, pair, share that you've created, and beautiful laminated cards in colour codes, and you have to explain it 10 times and you think it was perfect, but it didn't happen that way. Okay, so have some kind expectations of yourself and some kind expectations of your students. And I don't mean by dropping your expectations, but yeah, have a good reality check, okay, about what teaching is like. It's not the most glamorous career, and it's probably not why you've picked it, but yeah, have some good expectations. And those key friends that you've collected will help you out with those expectations, okay? Yeah. Feedback. Yeah. Give you a moment to read and have a giggle. Getting feedback in your early career is really important, and I really enjoyed what Stephen was saying about feedback in your classroom, because in your early career you get it and later on you might not. Sometimes you want to have feedback until it's not the feedback that you want to hear, and then you don't want to hear it. Yeah, or you're expecting to get feedback and you don't get it, so you're disappointed. So if you would like feedback, you need to ask for it. Ask your lead teachers, ask your mentors, ask people in your department for feedback, because sometimes by welcoming it, you're actually opening up the communication channel to receive it, and you're receiving it openly in a way that can allow for honest feedback to occur in a professional way and not a personal way. So feedback's really important. So continue to seek it, even if you're early career or if you're not. And a diary, planning. Make that diary a place for your journal, reflecting on your lessons, self-assessment of yourself, not just of your students, recording anecdotes of the day that worked really well, also getting all the things that are in your head after a busy day on paper so that you don't have to rely on your head to remember everything. It's so important. Okay, so having a diary or a system that you're happy with to record. Also getting serious and knowing that including any notes about students or important things that are happening in your day could be called upon for later reflection from a myriad of important reasons. So having a diary is really important. I saw someone using Compass before, and I think that's great, but keep your own, okay? I don't know where the blank slide went. Maybe it disappeared because someone thought it was a boo-boo. But I had a blank slide as a bit of a placeholder. It's been edited out. Okay, there's a blank slide there. Imagine.
Yeah.
What would maybe be some hot tips that we would think would be something that we could share with other people about surviving and thriving? Yeah.
Get to know your office staff.
Yeah. Excellent. Get to know your office staff. Yeah. I'm going to repeat for the mic.
Plan for a purposeful mental break. 10 million years, they get sick and then they need a whole week off. And I'm saying just take a mental health rest day, and it's one day.
Yeah, take a day off when you need it, not 10 because your body's broken down.
Yeah, you either take care of your health now or you take care of the sickness later.
Take care of your health now
Or take care of your sickness
take
later.
care of the sickness later. That's a good one.
And everyone who does it, one day and they're back. And there's not that guilt and the
Yeah.
And everyone else needed 10 million days and came back just looking pretty bad.
Good call. Yeah. Yes.
Stay for the last presenter.
Yeah. Okay, because you're on wellness. Are we on the same wavelength or something with this one?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Learn to collaborate. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Wonderful. Learn to collaborate. Don't reinvent the wheel. Yeah. Any else in the room?
I've switched from a paper diary to a Word document for each semester, and it's just mapped out for each class, and I find that really handy, so when I'm stuck I can look at last year's really easily and find it.
That's cool.
Because I was losing those.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Like,
Josh is going to say something.
yeah, I was going to say be patient with your craft. I think that's really important. Like I've had a lot of student teachers and they'll try and copy what I would be doing right away, and I have to tell them, like, well, I've done this over many years. I didn't just think of it and do it today.
Yeah.
It was something that I've shaped over multiple years. So I think, being patient and enjoying the first few years of trialing new things, and hopefully you keep that passion and keep trying and improving. But I think just really being patient, that it'll come.
Be patient in your craft. Thanks.
I had one that might put me in hot waters, but don't always ask for permission to do something. Because it's just get the feeling that we tend to doubt ourselves if we want to put a new program in, or if I just want to go with my colleague to go for a coffee, and I doubt myself. Do I have the time to do it? Just bloody do it. Just stop thinking about it, just go and do it. Yeah. And certainly don't always ask for permission, because you often have an idea that is difficult to explain and you will get lost. But in the end, if you do it, you'll be successful.
Yeah, taking that risk in the classroom with your own seeking permission. Yeah.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
don't forget to go and ask for money. Or ask for permission to do things from the head of department or your leading teacher, because if you don't ask, you never get.
Actually, something that I didn't put in my presentation, so I thought before I forget, I might as well put it in now. I tend to think in my mind of the 80-20 rule, and with that I mean you work 80% to what you think is, it's good, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So I tend to find you can, teaching is, it can be an endless job, as we know. You can endlessly search for resources and research, but you really need to set yourself boundaries. And so with that 80-20 rule, I avoid the perfectionism and wing the 20%, and trust that you have the knowledge and the understanding that you can get through a lesson. Wing at 20%, and it just lowers the stress levels and lowers anxiety, and just
Nice.
Good is good enough.
Made me think of, it took me a long time to get to the point where I was comfortable building in more work lessons. Like, it's okay to just say, you've got work, get on with it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, and they appreciate it, and it just brings the stress level down for everybody involved. You can just go, oh, and actually talk to them like people for a bit. As opposed to being like, here's what I think, another thing.
Content,
Yeah, just to follow up with, I just find myself saying to people right now is, less on preparation and more on reflection. Like spend more time thinking about what you've done after you just tried it. Like just give it a go. If it doesn't work, what's the worst that's going to happen? You've wasted 50 minutes.
Exactly.
I didn't learn something. Well, whatever. Like you're going to have 300 more days to try to do it again, a bigger career. So spend more time reflecting on why maybe you didn't go the way you wanted, and then change it for the next time. So I think that's a big one as well. And I mean, I like winging things every once in a while. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think some of the best things that we've done as a class have probably been just from going with the flow, I guess, in some respects. But you have to have that personality to want to take the risk and do it.
Yeah, just some of the best lessons I thought or ideas I thought of on the way to my primary school, because I knew something wasn't going well, and I was like, let's just change it up. So I think if I could give a tip to any starting out, it's like sometimes no matter how well you plan, it might not go well, and that's okay. And like I think you said, being reflective is so important because it makes you refine your practice. You know, you could be planning and planning and planning, and still things aren't going well, but if you don't take that time to reflect back on your practice and say, right, why isn't going to plan here?
Yeah, you just keep making the same mistakes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you're wondering why your outcomes aren't getting better,
Yeah.
it's probably in the fact that you haven't just reflected on that lesson.
Sorry to get back, but we need to move on a little bit, perhaps.
Oh, sorry. I didn't have my watch today, that's my excuse. Did you want to?
I was just going to say the biggest mistake I reckon I made for the first 15 years is do that, then flip it. Year 17 grade, she says to them, this is what we're going to do. I kind of think it's not the best. How would you make it better? After 6 months, they're telling you how to make it better. And what they're coming up with is way better than what I'm coming up with. Because they're invested.
Yes.
It's not my education, I'm done mine.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time I'm just getting stuff, and I'm now planning for the fourth term because they say, we want to do this. So I'm going, I'll need to fourth term to get the logistics. You be the ideas people, I'll be the logistics. Much easier. Really easy.
Yeah. And I just wanted to throw just an idea out there is, you know, this started off as a presentation for surviving and thriving in your early career, but it's actually for all of us. This information is actually to keep us, you know, as sane people for our students that are whole, well, and those kinds of things. And I just want to pass on a free OneNote planner that I think is the best thing ever. Pip Cleaves creates one every single year, and if you like OneNote or if you're into e-diaries, this is a fantastic tool. So thank you.